I'm hoping that's going to be one of the most exciting series we've had so far in this tournament.
Yeah, well, let's go and get down to the field, actually, as we're a couple minutes away from kickoff here. So we're going to go down to the field for game number 1, and Colorado playing, Colorado, Tennessee up next. But Oregon and FIU coming up here shortly, just waiting on the players to get back in the lobby here. But I'm so excited for this series.
Yeah, me as well. I mean, this is going to be another big test for FIU. I mean, every single match, of course, has been in the single elimination bracket. You need to be perfect, but I know there were a lot of haters, you know, in those first couple of matches with Texas Tech. You know, they had a sub. They lost Bramble, who is, you know, Nasirium's right-hand man, and they still went to Game 7. Nebraska lost Promising, one of their best defenders, and FIU were able to, you know, take it over Nebraska. Syracuse, they were playing at full strength. That was a big test for the Panthers, and they did work. They made it through. They got the Game 7 victory. Now they're being put to the test again, and we'll see if the Ducks are going to be able to shut them down, stop them at top 4. But I mean, if they're able to again rise to the occasion, take down some of these teams that a lot of people thought they wouldn't be able to, they could do the unthinkable. They could make it to the national championship and maybe even win it all.
Yeah, I think if FIU can prove their worth against Oregon tonight, that national title game could be something for the storybooks. I mean, but I've had to imagine Oregon wins this. But FIU have looked tough. They've gotten here for a reason. They've taken care of who they've had to beat, and you can't take that away from them. But on the other side of the bracket, there is 2 dogs, and that's going to be a tough opponent no matter who wins this game in that national title game.
Yeah, I mean, it's still that other match was going to be again our second match of the stream. That could go to anyone. I mean, the Buffaloes and the Volunteers, so strong. I mean, Tennessee were a team that were really hyped up as they came in, and now here in this tournament, they have looked. I mean, this team, they've been diabolical, nation. I don't know what else to say. Sweeping Pittsburgh, sweeping UConn, sweeping Florida State. I mean, they've been perfect through the single elimination tournament. They're looking to get another big win over Colorado, advance to the national championship, and then, you know, try and take down whoever comes out of this game. But we'll see who's going to be able to come out on top. We do have FIU rejoining the field, and there we see Oregon as well. Everyone's in. We're ready to go.
Game number 1, Trodius. Here we go. The Ducks, the Panthers. Take it away.
I mean, we've been hyping it up a little bit of a longer pre-show to account for both these teams hopping in, but everyone hopping on the field now, and I say everyone, it looks like just FIU is hopping on. Where is Oregon?
Well, Oregon looks like they're in the lobby. I don't know why they're not. Wait, are they not ready?
I couldn't tell you. They hopped in. I assumed we were ready to go.
Eminent's not even in their call yet. Yeah, they're good. All right. There we go. Game 1 coming up. Everyone's good to go. Best of 7. FIU Oregon. It is single elimination. It's do or die. Now's their time. Who wants to play for a national title?
I mean, game 1 right off the start. I mean, these two teams, they're going to be feeling each other out right off the get-go. Both these teams, they want to get started early. They want to control the series from within. We've seen FIU go down in series and be able to bring it back. That's exactly what they did against Syracuse, but it's going to be Oregon getting on the board first. Aramis breaks the ice.
And the Ducks strike first. 14 seconds gone here in game 1. Oregon on the board early here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about FIU's defense having a little bit of trouble stopping some teams. Their offense is what has really been able to lead them to some big victories. So, again, we're hoping to see that defense really clutch up in this series. Their offense starting to get to work here. No grab to Zernick, back to no grab, misses off the far side post. Oregon maybe getting away with one early.
Oregon, some saving grace from the goal line to kick off game 1. Imminent off the ceiling, couldn't get it back on target. Siebes has a Ramis in support, but FIU, nothing there. Put pressure back on the Ducks here. And Oregon again taking their time, Trotas, at controlling possession. A fire shot from Imminent barely sees its way out of harm's way.
Now storming back forward is the Panthers of Florida International. Zernite chips in middle, no grab there. Maybe wanted to leave it for Kai. It will be cleared away by the Ducks. First minute already gone. Oregon been leading so far. No grab. Pops it up, doesn't have a ton of boost to work with. Imminent snipes it right back down to that near post. Zernite Trying to take it away, but Aramis moves to the far side. You can see Oregon just trying to get a hold of this offensive pressure early. FIU quite crafty in their own right. They're going to be looking to escape and maybe transfer into a counter.
3.5 minutes remain in game one. Oregon still a 1-goal lead here to open up things in this first one. About, again, 90 seconds off the clock. FIU a lot of time to respond, though, here, Jonas. And again, the offense has to come alive. Their defense, we talked about it all day long through the pre-show and last night. It's got to be perfect to pull off these upsets and get through the Ducks here in this first series of our night. But again, they've made 4 rounds now. This is a long run for the Panthers.
It really is. Again, exceeding expectations so far in this tournament. And, you know, why not try and go all the way if you already made it to this point? Kai fires, going to be blocked by Aramis. Zernite trying to lock up another. Going to get bumped out imminent on the counter for the Ducks and going to have no double, no grab. Sends it to the far side. Approaching halftime already in game number 1. FIU still not able to find their first goal.
We saw FIU's offense last night. They were calm, cool, collected. They were pretty together on both sides of the ball, and their offense came alive with the passing plays. We haven't quite seen much of that so far tonight. It's only game 1, though, so plenty of time to make adjustments and get in the groove for this series. It's going to be a long one, so we're going to get a big task ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm very much expecting FIU to start heating up. Game 2, Game 3. Game 1 hasn't really looked to be their strong suit so far in this tournament, but they've always been able to, get right back in form, win those big matches. So even if it takes them a little bit of time to get hot, they're still able to do the work. No grab to Zernite, low boost, shot stopped by Aramis, picking up another save.
Tied from the corner, couldn't get that one on target. Gets a shot in front, though, and Siebes able to find the clear here for the Ducks and Panthers. They're striking again, imminent on the save. Siebes trying to get it out of harm's way, has help from Aramis. Keeps Oregon unstable to look back in front. We'll go for a no grab. We're tied.
All equaled up at 1. Siebes fakes it out to Aramis. Tried to just away to the corner. Kai to no grab into the crossbar. Dunks it through. And I mean, those are those passing plays that you mentioned. Able to, turn an opportunity. What seems like nothing. It seemed like Oregon had perfect control of that ball. We're going to be able to work their way out. But FIU on it. Now they're looking for a second.
And now the Ducks of Oregon trying to respond to the goal of their own. But Florida International done a great job at holding down Oregon in their own half, putting pressure and shots on target here, where Oregon has not really seen much of that yesterday in the second and third round, where they just had complete control of Purdue and Butler last night.
Yeah, they really look like an unstoppable force in those series, but not so much here as FIU are really up to the task. Siebes trying to get this one middle. Zernite, some good control, gets past another. Kai was lurking downfield, wasn't quite ready for the clean beat. Siebes a demo. Kai looking for no grab, no contact made, so no grab will just take it himself.
Final minute here into game 1, still all even at 1 apiece. Over the middle of Kai in the dunk left corner, and it sails through. Florida International a 2-1 lead.
I don't exactly know what Siebes was doing in that. Obviously, a low boost. It looks like he just half flips out of position, and then he had to just watch that one fall in. Kai placed that beautifully to the left post side. Florida International now take themselves a lead with less than a minute to go. Pressure's on the Ducks.
Kai flip reset, gets back to it on target, gets it to fall, and Kai's got 2.
I mean, it makes it look so easy. Low boost immediately off the kickoff. Beautiful reset, pre-flip into the upper 90. The defense not able to keep that one out. FIU extend the lead. Oregon are in trouble here in game 1.
Oregon in trouble indeed. Both these teams automatic qualifiers with the championships in the tournament. But again, Oregon looking for a goal too. Couldn't get that one to fall. Zernite able to win it towards the opposite corner. 40 seconds to go. Oregon need 2.
Siebes trying to carry it downfield. Kai there to meet him. 50s, 1, no grab. Back to that sidewall. Imminent looking for a double. Sends it down over to Siebes in Oregon. That's a big response. And now at 30 seconds, we'll see if they can do it again.
And they get the no pass from Kai too in the quick chat. Siebes though, for right place, right time, a beautiful angle from Imminent, sets up the Ducks for a 31-second drill.
I mean, they are under pressure. That was a beauty of a play coming out from Oregon, imminent to Sieves, but they got to do it again. Aramis into the corner now. Zernite low boost. Aramis trying to force his way through the corner, bumping, trying to push the ball middle, can't quite do so. No grab, gets away from 2. Aramis forced to head back. 10 seconds left on the clock. The Ducks gonna have one last chance.
One last offensive opportunity here, and again, Oregon trying to get themselves back in front of the goal to take a shot, but time not on their side. Imminent does get over the first, has help in front, no one home, and the Ducks keep it alive, but no one there. FIU will take game 1.
And I mean, I mentioned how, FIU, they usually get started around game 2 and game 3. Looks like they just wanted to use the last 2-3 minutes of that game, and they took full advantage. Oregon, they got 1 goal towards the end to try and turn the tides, but Florida International gets started very early. Kai leading the charge, 100% goal participation from Kai. Not something we see a ton of, as he's usually kind of that third man back.
Right, but I mean, looking at Oregon's offense, they were not in the zone that first game. I mean, they had a couple of great looks, but FIU pressured the heck out of them to kick off things in the first half, where they got the kickoff goal and a couple of pressured shots early in the second minute of regulation. Then Oregon kind of responded, but FIU, if they can do that similar performance, they're in for a good night here.
Yeah, they just need to keep the pressure going. Can't really let Oregon stabilize at a point like this. Sieves gives it out to Imminent, sends it upfield. Kai, good interception. It's going to be popped up. Imminent on it first, no grab. Trying to get back to a shot, can't do so. Zernite goal line save, keeps this one out. Now Big 50 back out into the midfield. FIU doing well, shutting down a lot of early offensive looks from Oregon. They seem to be all over the Ducks.
4:20 to go, and Imminent looking for a passing option in front of Ramis. He'll push it wide, a pre-jump for Zernite here. Couldn't find contact, no grab. Off the clear for the Panthers the first minute. Almost gone here, Oregon looking to get in front early.
Aramis back wall, no double. Zernite with low boost, rolls out Imminent. Half flip shot on target. Zernite's going to pick up the mid boost, heads onto offense, up to the ceiling he goes, not going to be able to get back to it. Big demo at the midfield from Aramis, but he allows no grab to win the challenge back out into the midfield. The offense from Oregon trying to get going, cannot seem to break through. Have had quite a few opportunities. Now Imminent spots the opening and slots it. Oregon, after a huge amount of pressure, finally get the first here in game 2.
And 3:43 remains. The Ducks jump back in front here, Jonas. They saw a similar start to game 1, but FIU responded very well with 3 of their own unanswered before Oregon able to find 1 at the end of that one. But again, FIU now down by 1 as they try to respond to goal here.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be too worried at all. As we've seen, they can do it before. Sieves lifts it up, looking for Imminent. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. This one going to drop straight down. Anyone there? Aramis is, and Oregon extend the lead to 2.
3:26 in Oregon feeling themselves early here, Jonas, in game 2. And we saw last night they won 18 games in a row yesterday. And that was their first loss since day 1 here against FIU in the first one.
Yeah, I mean, they've been looking so solid, and FIU getting game 1 is such a huge stepping stone into getting the victory. Of course, I was expecting them to get started a little bit late, maybe having to make the comeback work, but getting game 1, absolutely amazing for this team. Now just have to answer back here in game 2, show a little bit more of that resistance, and just try and really catch Oregon off guard.
Florida International, 3 minutes to work with here in game number 2. But again, the Panthers, the offense, solid success in game 1, but the defense now going to be tested for the last 250 of this regulation period. But the Panthers can get started offensively. We could go to overtime potentially, but again, Oregon's defense is only going to get better as this series goes on.
Yeah, I'm expecting that to be as well. I mean, I think both these teams are just, still kind of warming up, not only, against one another, but also I think both these teams didn't just have much time on the game before they started. Obviously, Imminent just hopped on, and that's why we had to delay our match a little bit, but they seem to be feeling a little bit better here in game number 2. Their offense seems to be collecting themselves. Zernite gets through 2, shut down by Sieves near the sidewall. Oregon just trying to hold off Zernite. Finds Demo in the backfield, but no grab. Couldn't get to the shot in time. Still trying to open up another play.
Final 2 minutes, a flick pass from Sieves. Couldn't find a teammate. Now FIU back into the Oregon zone, but nothing there in terms of pressure. Now no grab with it, flip reset. We'll get back to it in a second reset. No one there for the Panthers, though, to strike. Off the passing option of it in front of the goal line of Ramis, able to clear the Ducks unscathed.
Sieves, not a lot of control here. No grab, finds the dunk right back into that corner. You got to feel like Florida International are due for another here soon. 50 goes middle. Kai cut by Sieves. Now no grab, no boost to work with, and Sieves rocks this one into the back of the net. Oregon up 3 with just over a minute and a half left.
Minute 33 to go. Oregon jump out to a huge lead here in game number 2. 93 seconds. The Ducks out in front.
And this does look to be the equalizer. FIU are looking for a quick bit of goals here in the second game. It's definitely possible to make this comeback happen, but might just be looking to kind of take note, analyze what went wrong in this game, and look towards game number 3 to try and retake it. Sieves a reset, going to be blocked by no grab as Oregon seem to be playing very controlled now. I mean, you have a 3-goal cushion. You know, why not play a little bit further back, trying just to waste a little bit of time.
Minute to go here in game 2. Zernite launching downfield to left. Kai up close in support, gives it back to Zernite, but Eminent able to clear off the far side. Sieves launching on target. Zernite back to clear, and FIU remain unscathed there, but 50 seconds left. FIU need 3.
Yeah, they really are in trouble here. Kai sends it down, cut off by Sieves, pops it back up to himself, and you can see taking as much time as he needs to try and get this one middle. No grab, back to the corner. Oregon doing a great job of controlling the boost count as well. 50 from Imminent will be popped up. Zernite trying to turn it back through the midfield. Kai shot towards the net, poked away by Sieves, and they really are just stalling time here, Nation. They're just looking to take a very solid shutout in game number 2 and try and keep that momentum moving into game 3.
And they don't have to score really again at all. They've got 3 goals, very comfortable cushion here for the Ducks to play with. 10 seconds to go, and that clear will do it right there. Oregon will close down the shop in game 2 against FIU, and we're going to go to game 3 all level.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a much better look from Oregon. This is the team that has obviously established themselves as dominant as they can be, and you can see why. Didn't seem to really have any doubts, it looked like, in that game. They looked very, very comfortable. FIU just didn't really seem like they could get anything going by any metric. And, of course, we saw Zerna have some good saves, but nothing able to come out of the offense there. You know, 6 shots, 0 goes to show for it. Every single shot was saved by Oregon. Their defense really stepped up. That allowed them to get some clean transitions, and I mean, worked so well as each team pick each player on Oregon picking up a goal and an assist.
Everyone getting involved for the Ducks here in game 2, a shutout too, which is huge for Oregon's defense, getting some momentum going forward to hold off the attack of the Panthers that we saw in game 1, where they had a lot of pressure. They were very deep into the Oregon zone a lot of the time in that first half of game 1, but Oregon responded well to the pressure in the second half, but ran out of time to get back.
Yeah, but now getting game 3 underway, all tied up at 1. It's a best of 5 from here on out. Imminent flip reset into the crossbar. Zernite, a bit of an awkward touch. Kai stuck on the near post. Sieves can't put it away on the far side. Oregon trying to scramble to get another play in order. Imminent to Aramis, blocked by no grab. Looking for the clear, playing a good 50s. Now just standing in the way of Sieves. Allows Zernite to take his way into the corner.
FIU into Oregon territory here. Kai launching a shot a little bit wide as Ramis able to clear that one wide. This one way off target. Zernite able to take control here for FIU. Out of boost in the tank is Zernite. Has to give it up to Kai. And this one placed just off the mark, and Ramis able to clear the first minute. Almost gone here. Jonas, what are your thoughts so far in the series?
I mean, so far, we're seeing both these teams kind of lock in, almost having a rule 1 there. Kai able to get back down and make the stop. I mean, we've seen each team take a pretty solid look in a game now, so it's going to be who's able to be more consistent all throughout, who's going to be able to lock in, live on that high performance. I mean, Oregon, they got a great game 2 victory, but we'll see who's able to stay more consistent.
3:45 to go. Sieves back in front of opportunity goes awry for no grab. The Ducks now try to advance out of the green zone, but Zernite launching way back into the Oregon territory. And this first 90 seconds has been very telling of what we're going to see here in game 3.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be not a very high scoring affair in game number 3. No Grab is trying to muscle his way through the defense. Kai goes up, and it will be 50 all the way across. Imminent clears it out for a moment. FIU getting a good bit of pressure going. Aramis, good job cutting off that play. Kai back to the far side. FIU getting a lot of possession to themselves now. Oregon kind of stranded in their own half, have not conceded yet, but it's getting closer and closer to that point. Siebes just able to keep that one out from No Grab.
3 minutes to go here in game number 3. Zernite across open field has Kai downfield, but he's immediately cut short on the passing option, and now Oregon back into the FIU territory. Halftime here in game 3. The Ducks now got to retreat.
Yeah, I'm loving to see these passing plays develop from FIU as well. Since Oregon are, spending so much time on their own side, not really able to break free with much consistency. There's a big save coming out from Kai. It gives FIU, more time on their own side to kind of build these offensive plays, try and find a way past Oregon's defense. But of course, Ducks have been able to hold strong now. Passing option for themselves, gonna be blocked into the back. Kai dishes it out, but the Ducks still trying to persevere on the offensive end. Just over 2 minutes left to go.
Final 2 minutes here in game number 3. Florida International still looking for goal number 1 since the first time they scored in game 1. They have been shut out now for about 8 minutes in regulation, but the Ducks, again, a testament to how strong their defense is and how it's been this season, with how tough they've been to beat when they only had 1 L the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, and their defense it's always been a huge piece of the puzzle for this team. They're able to shut out so many of the best teams, and you're seeing it here, obviously getting a 3-0 shutout in game number 2, now not allowing anything here in game number 3. But of course, FIU on the other side of that coin doing the exact same thing. They're being able to limit the amount of opportunities that Oregon has on the offensive side, forcing them to stay solid on the defensive end and getting more offensive opportunities. You got to think that they're going to be the first one to break through.
Yeah, and Cernite here trying on the front end here for Florida International Limited. Able to clear wide. Minute 15 to go. 75 seconds remain on the clock, and we're still all even at 0 here, Jonas. And Oregon kind of out of time to get on the board. I feel like overtime will go the way of FIU if we get to that point. Oregon's got to score here quickly.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to, and that they do a double from Siebes. The defense from FIU was looking very solid in this game, but Siebes gets past one, a miss from No Grab, and then Kai just not expecting that one to bounce over his hood. So with a minute to go, Oregon take a lead.
And a big lead, in fact, as well for Oregon here. Final minute to go. FIU in a 1-minute drill.
They're going to be looking to really speed up the offense now. I mean, we've seen them kind of setting the pace in this game. They've been taking the initiative well, but now they really got to lean on that fact even more so. 40 seconds to try and get through this Oregon defense. Going to be looking for a lot of quick challenges. Going to be relying most likely on those passing plays more. Aramis taking advantage of some hesitation on the defensive side. Kai rolling his way forward. Big double from No Grab, but Imminent on the midfield line, just able to steal it away.
A pass gets out in front too. Zernite upfield has No Grab on target, just wide. Siebes able to clear for Oregon. It's a powerful pitch out of the Duck territory here. Now Oregon able to push forward into the FIU zone, but again, No Grab will find Kai upfield. But again, Oregon continue to put pressure on both ends of the ball. Jordan is giving FIU a lot to work with defensively, but a give and go in front with no time goes wide, and Imminent off the demo keeps Oregon unscathed.
It's a huge stop from Siebes. Now Imminent finds the dunk up high. Oregon back-to-back wins here from down 1 in the series now to up 1 in the series. I think they're getting more and more comfortable here. We'll see how Florida International are going to be able to respond.
Game 4 coming up. Oregon can get to match point with a victory here, but again, a great victory here for Oregon in game number 3. Siebes off the double tap earlier in the bout before the final minute to give Oregon the 1-0 go-ahead goal. Now FIU, is it a must win, or do they have one more left to give?
I don't think it's a must win. I mean, we've seen this team already come back in some series against some really tough opponents. I think they could still win 3 in a row if that's what they need. If Oregon are able to take this game, Panthers have no other option to win 3 in a row. I definitely think it is possible for them, but obviously you don't want to get to that point. You want to tie it up here. You don't want to give Oregon 3 opportunities to end the series.
Right. I mean, if they have 3 opportunities, A tall task for FIU, but Cernite off the ceiling. A beautiful angle gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead.
I mean, this is why he's the striker to watch. Goes up high, Siebes waiting on the back wall, not expecting that shot down to have that much momentum. So Cernite gonna break the ice here in game number 4. Oregon trail by 1. We'll see if FIU can keep adding on.
Florida International, a great job offensively there to Cernite. He's been proving himself this season throughout the whole course of the season to be a front runner for MVP if they can come away victorious later tonight in a national title game. But again, some dogs remain ahead of them in the fight. But Oregon, how will they respond? FIU, a great job early here.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most interesting things about this matchup. Whoever wins this matchup, they're probably going to face an even tougher opponent in the national championship, being either Colorado or Tennessee, because those two teams, they're juggernauts in CCS. I mean, they have been killing it. They destroyed their opponents yesterday in round 2 and round 3, and we'll see who's able to come out victorious after this matchup. But you just got to know that whoever wins this matchup, it's not clean cut if they're going to be the national champions.
Right, and it's interesting to take a look back at the tournament and really feel like both these teams struggled in day 1. But yesterday they really got their groove together. FIU looked great against Nebraska, although they did have a sub, and they looked impressive against Syracuse and moved on to the semifinals side. But again, FIU, a tall task in hand here with Oregon down 1-2 in the series.
Yeah, but they seem to be protecting this lead in game 4 very well. Oregon, of course, gonna have to fight their way through. Aramis up high, no grab there to meet it. Nice redirect into the corner, just keeping that ball safe and sound. Cernite can't get past Siebes, imminent on the far side, blocked by no grab. Now the counterattack from FIU going to be cut short by Aramis. Oregon doing well, controlling the midfield line, but still haven't been able to get through this defense. That's a great dunk from Imminent. Does he find the double as well? Some miscommunication. Maybe Siebes had a better look. Doesn't matter. Aramis takes janitor duty and cleans up for the Ducks.
Yeah, Imminent might have had a triple tap there, but Siebes on the double commit. Aramis on the shot to tie it here in game 4, and again $50 guaranteed on the line here as well, with second place getting a little bit of a payout.
Yeah, money is on the line for this matchup, and we'll see who's able to come out on top. That's a big goal for Oregon, though. FIU, after they got the first one, they were looking very, very solid, weren't having a lot of openings. I'm assuming they're going to be going right back for that lead, and that will be continue to be the pattern. No grab up at the midfield. Aramis steals it away. Siebes already lurking in the corner, chips it down middle. Imminent shot blocked by Aramis. So seeing a little bit of miscommunication on the offensive side for Oregon, but able to get back. Now this one pinched all the way across. It is high and off target. Siebes sends it back out to the midfield.
That looked like it was just going to go straight through, but it did not. That was a big pitch across the open zone. But now Oregon trying to move out of the Oregon side, but Cernite keeps it into the Oregon territory. Cernite still in control, couldn't get behind Aramis, but Kai launching just off the mark, and the crossbar able to spin it off.
Yeah, I really like that shot choice from Kai, trying to play that one low and on target. Unfortunately, couldn't connect with the angle. Now Oregon back on the offensive side. Imminent finds a 50. Siebes playing way back as third here. Aramis takes the 50. No grab, continues on. Siebes wins it out. Both these teams really just grappling for control of the possession, for control of the midfield, and is what has led them to being so locked in. 90 seconds left to go. This is still anyone's game.
And we're still kind of a stalemate here in game 4. Both teams kind of just exchanging blows in midfield, taking turns with possession. No one can really get a pressured shot on target outside of maybe 1 or 2 looks that Oregon saw earlier in the 3rd minute of this regulation period. But again, 70 seconds to go. Still a 1-1 game.
Imminent almost had the beat there. Past Cernite, couldn't do it. Siebes looking to retake control, can't get it past Kai. Seeing some great stops from FIU. Aramis trying to pinch this one middle. Cernite low boost, now getting bumped off. Imminent chips it to the far side. Has no boost to get back around it. No grab, securing the corner. A little bit of awkwardness now, as both teams didn't really know how to approach each other. Siebes has a look, he goes for the double, and he does find it. Siebes ends the stalemate with 44 seconds left on the clock.
And Siebes has gone big for Oregon in clutch moments in this tournament. Siebes adding on another go-ahead goal with under a minute remaining, 44 seconds. Can FIU equalize?
I mean, we'll have to see, as we are seeing a lot of pressure now. It seems like these two teams just seem to really lock each other up at the midfield line. No one can really establish control, but then Oregon seemed to be the team who, after, a couple minutes go by, they seem to come out victorious, and now having themselves a lead with less than 30 seconds to go, pressure is on the Panthers to answer back.
20 seconds to go here, FIU trying to respond to get this game to overtime, knowing they are on their backs against the wall. Lives on the line here with a loss, and FIU able to strike high. Gets a goal too.
These midfield passes are so lethal from FIU. No grab, chipping it middle over to Kai, slots it perfectly towards the far post side. Imminent couldn't get there in time with 12 seconds. We're all tied up once again.
The tournament lives almost in jeopardy there, but 10 seconds to go. Oregon and FIU all equal. FIU maybe a chance here with under 5 to go. Aramis able to clear. And
no
now
goes there.
Again, he's there, but he gets turned wide. Oregon, one last chance.
Over to Sieves. He can't keep this one up. Actually, he does with the pre-flip. It will drop into the corner. A great last-second look, however, for FIU. They were able to get the clutch goal to able to send it to overtime. Now, counter imminent. Rips it into the corner. Aramis looking to get by one. He does. Zernite back out to Nograf. Counter ensuing for Florida International. Imminent takes advantage of the empty space. Gives it back out to the midfield line. I mean, this just looks more of this midfield battle that we've seen all game long.
And we're all here for that. And it's stalemate in overtime in a minute. Launching deep on target. Kai. Easy clear. But the Panthers, he lost control of it. Recovery. And it's saving the goal line. Imminent firing denied. It seems again off the shot. Couldn't get it to roll. But FIU escape on the defensive side.
Nograf, really the hero there. You couldn't really see him through all the traffic, but he was the one who was able to sweep that one away after a very awkward recovery from Kai. Sieves off the ceiling, one touch, delayed flip. Sieves ends it here in game number 4, adds on another, and Oregon are on match point.
What a play from Sieves, gives the Ducks the go-ahead game victory. 47 seconds. They're a game away from the national title game.
Clutch factor, absolutely huge. Sieves, his offense has stepped up big here. He's had some huge shots to really break these even ties between these two teams. And now Oregon up 3-1. Florida International, they need 3 games in a row versus a Ducks team who look so locked in. Oregon poised and ready for a national championship appearance, and we'll see if FIU can put a stop to it.
Well, their tournament lives on the line. Their backs are against the wall. A national championship spot in jeopardy here as they are down 3-1 against Oregon. How do you respond if you're FIU?
I mean, I think you just got to keep doing what you're doing. We've only seen a couple mistakes on the defensive side from FIU. Other than that, they have looked pristine in this matchup. You just see a couple mistakes here and there, maybe an awkward touch, an awkward recovery, an awkward landing. And Oregon, they're a team that is so good that they're going to be able to cut down those gaps as soon as they see them. So FIU, I think if they keep playing their game, limit those mistakes, I think they're going to do just fine. But even that is a tall task.
Game number 5 underway. Oregon one win away from a national title game appearance versus the winner of Colorado and Tennessee, which we'll discover later tonight after this conclusion of this series. FIU now need 3 straight.
We'll see who's going to be able to get things underway here in game number 5. You got to feel that Florida International are going to be looking to do everything they can early. I mean, we know that they can make some of these comebacks happen, of course, equalizing with 12 seconds left to go last game. But I don't think they want to, of course, rely on that factor. As now moving forward, might have a look. Kai ends up sending it across, gets demoed by Sieves, gives a free clear for Imminent and the Ducks.
You got to stay the course the whole series as well. I mean, again, down 3-1, you need 3 in a row. But FIU, they got to be composed here and keep their minds together and play as a team here. But Oregon just have been a lot to handle defensively for FIU, where the offensive Oregon has just put on a lot of pressure in this series. FIU looked great, though, to start it, Jordan. But again, since game 2, the offensive efficiency has been lowered by a severe amount.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, we haven't seen a ton of firepower from the Panthers offense recently. I mean, we've still seen some great passing plays, double commit there into the back wall, counter coming through. Siebes misses wide. Zernite cleans up the follow. Imminent puts this one wide, maybe looking for Aramis on a pass, no grab, and Kai storming forward for a counter, trying to get FIU on the board first. Pass down to Zernite is going to be blocked. You can see both these teams moving so fast in transition.
And Oregon doing this without Tygo too, which Tygo's another lethal offensive player for this Duck offense, and Eminence the defenseman. He's had to step up big offensively in this series too to give Oregon an edge here, but again, without Tygo, it's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Tygo is such a fast, such a mechanical player, but I mean, if you couldn't tell, Oregon obviously doing just fine. Imminent, as you mentioned, really has stepped up big on the offensive side, usually likes to play that solid third man role, but has looked comfortable stepping up offensively, making a lot of plays happen in the midfield. Now a bit of an awkward touch up high. Sieves going to be able to deal. FIU are seeming to make Oregon a little bit uncomfortable at times here in game 5.
Halftime coming up here in Game 5. You got to feel like the first goal probably is going to be the game winner for either one of these. Game 5, 2 minutes to go. Everybody refresh here in Game 5. And now under 2 minutes, FIU, not much to go.
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Not much to say, but Zernite will be able to break the silence. Adds on another for FIU. A great open break. No one able to early challenge from Oregon, and Zernite slots it with that huge shooting ability.
151, FIU jump out to a 2-0 lead. A minute 51 remaining, trying as the Panthers getting to extend the series potentially with a win here.
I mean, one of the big things we're seeing here in game number 5, FIU's defense has really stepped up. They're locking down Oregon, giving them a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Now the offense seeming to find some new life as well, as Zernite has one. Obviously, Kai got the first on a counter, and now big demo comes through from Imminent, and a demo from Aramis as well. Double demo, but somehow Kai reaches the initial touch. Siebes is there to put it away, but a huge effort.
In game number 5, Oregon get back within one. They're within striking distance, 83 seconds remaining. And now Oregon within reach here, but can they bring it back?
I think it's definitely possible. FIU, they have to protect this lead with everything they have. Again, backs are against the wall. Match point for the Ducks. They need to leave it all out on the field. Aramis looking for a touch. He finds it. Middle. Kai, great reaction to it. Is able to send it away. No grab. Picks it up on the sidewall. Has control. Gets one touch pass. Imminent. Zernite's there. Blocked by Siebes. Kai locking up a follow-up. Soft shot, however, will be saved away by Oregon.
1 minute to go here. Siebes from the backfield with the Ducks in possession here, but Oregon again out of time. Oh, but get an open miss for Aramis. It's an equalizer.
Oh my word. See, we talked about FIU. They just have to limit their mistakes on defense. We see a big whiff there from Zernite, and Oregon able to jump on it in an instant, all tied up at 2. FIU may have just let this one go.
And FIU now in trouble off the kickoff. Aramis, open look. It's a 3-2 Duck lead. 49 to go. Oregon 3 unanswered.
They look so calculated to take this game, extend the series, but it has all come crashing down. They had a 2-0 lead, and now with less than 50 seconds, Oregon take the lead. They are looking to eliminate FIU in 5.
Now FIU, 45 to go here to bring it back to equilibrium, and Kai in front. Couldn't fire. Now Oregon an open break. That's an own goal. It's 4-2, the lead out to 2.
There's nothing else to say, Nation. I mean, this team, they were looking so good here in game number 5, and now nothing seems to go right. Zernite, an own goal there, now down 2 with 38 seconds. That might just be the nail in the coffin.
38 seconds now. FIU in trouble here as they go from up 2 to down 2, just like that in about a minute and a half span. What went wrong?
I don't really know. I mean, we saw the defensive mistakes. I think we saw a couple misses. We saw Oregon able to take advantage of a little bit of space, and then maybe the pressure got to them of this single elimination. No grab, firing another shot, not enough power. Imminent to Aramis, the clear downfield. That's going to waste so much time. Zernite booming it downfield. Siebes finds the block. Kai can't reach it. That is it. Florida International, their season has come to a close, and Oregon have secured themselves themselves in the green and a spot in the national championship match.
Well, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, the final two undefeateds will go head-to-head here in about 15 minutes. Colorado versus Tennessee up next.